Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Castile and here's a new video for you guys. So I'm sorry for the lack of uploads, a couple of 2 weeks. We've been really busy. I have a test week coming up. It is actually Thursday today and Monday I have a test week, so it's a lot of studying. But after that I'm practically done with school, so I can do like a lot of videos for you guys if you'd like to. But here's the new deck I wanted to show you guys. It is a giant skeleton, mini P.E.K.K.A. hog, Valkyrie, princess, cannon, arrow, minion or deck. I don't know how to call it. If you have a great name, just comment down below because I do not have a name for it right now. You have like the double P.E.K.K.A. double prince deck, but right now I wouldn't know how to call it. So let me just show you in a live battle. The good thing about this deck is really that you can use it in any way. Like you could just use the giant skeleton with a Valkyrie or a hog with a mini P.E.K.K.A. Whatever you'd like to. Let's just play something because we're wasting elixir. But that's the good thing. Also, the giant skeleton I do not only use for offense. I most of the time use it for defense actually, because I think defensive it's better than offensive most of the time, because it's it does that. The bomb that it drops is so good against barbarians or everything that comes your way, and that's why it is so good defensively. But let's actually push to the right because we've done some damage there. He comes in with a royal giant. We have to wait a few seconds. We're missing the bomber. That sucks. I hope we can do some damage because the royal giant still hasn't been nerfed for some weird reason. I definitely think it deserves a nerf, but that's my opinion. I guess everyone else's opinion. Oh, that sucks. The mini P.E.K.K.A. just didn't get hit, so we have to be quick. There we go. And drop. How did he miss those arrows? He still wasted 5 elixir and lost some health of his tower. Okay, yeah, I've been dropping a lot lately. As you can see, I'm facing somewhere from 25-49. That's because I can't really find a deck, but right now this deck seems to work really, really well. And I don't know how, but I'm liking it so far because, who doesn't want a good deck? But as you can see, I have a pretty good push right here built up, but it gets shut down after the mini P.E.K.K.A. has done a hit, and the hog rider has gotten up 2 hits, so that is pretty successful right there. I'm deploying my giant skeleton. In these cases, the giant skeleton can do so much damage, but unfortunately my tower is getting taken out. Let's drop a cannon for that mini P.E.K.K.A. and a mini P.E.K.K.A. for the musketeer. And let's drop a princess here to chip off some damage. Take a look if we can. Oh my god. You have to be kidding me, right? We're not gonna win this. That sucks. Isn't really a good example right here. But I've been having a lot of success with this, and I'm not lying right now. That's serious. I have been winning a lot with this deck because I was at 24 and now I'm at 25-14 after a few battles. I've drawn a lot. It's been going up and down. I don't know, but overall pretty good stuff. So let's get into the second battle. I'm just gonna show you guys because I really want a good example in which I use this. So what are the weaknesses of this deck? Sparky is really good against this deck. That's one. And it really sucks. The giant skeleton, I use it for the Sparky, but it isn't the best counter, to be honest. But overall, I think the deck is really weak for Sparky, so you have to watch out for that. Just modify it a bit, maybe. Or maybe modify it a bit, but overall not that bad. And my giant skeleton actually got to the tower because my hog pushed it so well. It pushed it all the way to the tower, and we've done over, 2000 damage. I'm sorry, 1500 damage. We did 1500 damage right there. And we have enough elixir for another push. And this time the hidden mini P.E.K.K.A deck. It still works. Well played. Definitely. But this is a great example of like the giant skeleton offensively. I could have placed a cannon. I think this was better overall. But I do have to make sure I take out that hog. There we go. The wizard is down. And he did a ton of damage. Wow. Okay, but this deck can be used in any way, so just find your own way which you like. You can also modify this deck if you don't have a princess. I'm sorry I didn't mention it before, but if you don't have a princess, the best card to replace it with is probably the goblin barrel. And the goblin barrel, because it is getting a buff. As most of you guys will know, the goblin barrel is getting a buff in which it's only 3 elixir. And it costs less, or I'm sorry, it costs less, and it does quicker damage. I think it goes from around 1.2 seconds to 1 second, or if I'm not saying this correctly, it is going from how's that called? Yeah, from 1 to 0.8. I think it's that, but we'll see. So that's getting a buff. Same as the giant skeleton. That thing is also getting a buff, which is really cool because we haven't seen a lot of giant skeletons lately, or only with balloons. So I think that he definitely deserved a nerf or a buff. So let's say you don't have a princess, definitely use that. I think it's the best to replace it with, and I couldn't really come up with anything else, to be honest. Like, there aren't really cards you can replace with the princess. It has such a long range, and it does splash damage. So like the bomber does splash, but it doesn't do a big like the distance it shoots isn't that far. So but we just won that battle. That's a pretty good example. You can stop hogs with it. You can do a lot with it, and I think it's a really cool deck. So let's take a look at these balance changes. Right here, the balance changes. They are not live yet, they're saying, so it's on 7.4. Okay, that does take a little while. Yeah, like a week or two maybe. So the skeleton army gets 1 extra skeleton. I guess we know where the skeleton went from. 1 elixir skeleton. See, the goblin barrel is decreased. The elixir cost is decreased to 3. So that's a great thing. And oh, well, from 1.2 to 1. So you just have to be a little bit faster than you were with your arrows. Removed impact damage. So what they mean with that is as soon as it drops on the tower, like it doesn't do damage. Before it would do like 50 damage or something. I don't know. It wasn't much, so it didn't really do anything. But they got rid of that. The attack speed got increased from the wizard. I don't think it's really going to matter that much, but maybe on a certain level it'll get 1 more shot off. I think it will. That will be pretty overpowered. But the bomber, 9% extra damage. That's a lot, I wouldn't know why they would add more damage to the bomber, because the bomber was already really overpowered and really against barbarians. But we'll see how that works out. The Dark Prince damage increased. I don't know about that change. The P.E.K.K.A double Prince combo has been really overpowered. I don't know why they would buff it, but the damage here. So the giant skeleton, the damage is increased by 20%. Let's take a look. It already does 121 damage. So that would add up like another 22 damage or so on level 3. So that is pretty big, It is still a really good thing then. And it'll kill a few troops a bit faster. So those are really the balance changes. Overall, the hit tombstone, no one uses the tombstone. The bomb tower got a buff. It was overpowered. It still is pretty good. But I hope they nerf the Royal Giant. So that's the only thing I'm hoping for right now. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something today about this deck. If you have any questions about this deck and if you didn't really understand it, just leave a comment down below and I'll respond as soon as possible. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.